Galamera, Galamera. Good morning. And what a glorious, bright, beautiful sunshine. Just a whisper cloud up in the horizon there, just over the back of the house over there, and looking towards the hills. I've got to be honest, unless you are in the sun, it is a little bit chilly. One of our little fellas is down there just sunning himself. That's little Jax, one-eyed Jax. We don't think he's long for this world at the moment. He's not been too well, bless him. So I'm going to probably end up taking him to the vets after I finish this broadcast. But at the moment, oh, there he goes. He's moving about, bless him. Oh, and there goes Herbert. He's jumping in as well. And he's disappeared into the hedge. So at the moment, the word is, if you're in the sun, it's lovely and warm. And there's another one of our cats there. That's Nelly. She's also sunning herself. And I must admit, where I'll be doing my broadcast up on the balcony there, it's a bit chilly because it's not in the sun. But anyway, that's the look at the weather at the moment. And again, can you believe it is December? And and we've got sun. We need something anyway just to dry up the area. I'm going to probably do a burn-in tomorrow as well, because the ground will be a little bit more dried out. I'm not squodging through the undergrowth basically to find the dry spot where we do our burning. And we can get on with it. Just a quick look over towards Amber Lockerbie and also Kerry. Again, nice and clear. And also you look there, more orange trees there as well. And the oranges now are eaters, and so are the lemons as well. Not that we eat the lemons, but yeah. So there you go. It's looking absolutely glorious. Nice to see a few people already tuned in as well. Amanda Gregory, lovely to see you, my lovely, here looking in. Also Marku in Essex looking in as well. What's this? Can you see waving to you from where is it? From Fotting? Who's that? Amanda. Yes, I think I can just see you. I could see the top of your head. There you go. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the news. What's been going on as we slowly inch our way towards Christmas. There's been quite a bit going on in the last 24 hours. Quite a bit of a mixed bag of news for you as well. I've got a feeling this broadcast is going to be quite a long little broadcast. Now at the moment, as you can see, I'm trying to desperately switch the camera around to me, and it's really not doing it very well today. Come on, switch it round. Oh, there we go. Aha, there I am with my new haircut as well. And I look handsome. Thank you very much. Right, let's have a look then. What's the date today? Today, believe it or not, is the 16th of December. It's 2020. It's a Wednesday, and it's day 39 stroke maybe 40 of the lockdown. Anyway, the figures for yesterday in the regards of new infections. We had 1,240 new infections in Greece, which gives a total infection to date at 126,372, of which 52% are male. And regarding the locations at the moment, it seems that Attica is had 100. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh no, yeah, hang on a minute. I think I'm giving you the wrong news at the moment. Oh no, I haven't actually. Yes, I've just realising at the moment. Yeah, those figures are right. We had 1,240 new infections. We have got a positive case at the moment. Yesterday, a 38-year-old woman who lives in Zakynthos, she went to the hospital. She's also somebody who was located and contacted through the 40-year-old Zakynthian man who tested positive on the Monday. Anyway, after an examination at the hospital, the woman was suffering from mild symptoms and was placed into home quarantine for the next 2 weeks. When it comes to deaths, we've had 98 new deaths, raising the overall death toll in Greece to 3,785, of which 2,273 are male and the rest are female. Again, still the average age 79. And also 95% of those had underlying health problems. Now, when it comes to critical cases in hospitals, There's 550 people in incubation at the moment. 384 those are male, 166 female. Again, average age 67 years of age, and again they have underlying health issues and are over 70 years of age. Now, the government has started now to release information reference its vaccination programme, and this is information that came to light today. The Greek government confirmed that COVID-19 vaccination appointments will be via a system of what they are calling intangible prescriptions, or e-prescriptions, which is how we would describe it, which you will have to register for on the government website gov.gr. Now, there are two digital ways to register, but the easiest is through your tax net. That's what you do your taxes on if you live here, which will require you to have your tax username and password and be registered for AMCA and have your AMCA number. Now, AMCA is your your ICA medical number that you have. So if you've got ICA, you will have an AMCA number. All right. Anyway, once you've registered and the government system for vaccination appointments activates, you'll receive a message on your mobile phone, or you'll get an email with a predetermined day, time and location of the vaccine centre for your appointment. Now, at this stage, you can accept the appointment or ask for another date or time. All right, so you've got that option at the moment. Now, the European Medicines Agency is meeting on December the 21st to approve the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine, so it is unlikely you will receive any details of an appointment until after that day. So what we're saying, basically, after the 21st, once it's been decided the approval of the Pfizer vaccine, you will hear something as to when they're going to go ahead and actually start to start the appointments. All right. Now, appointments will depend on your level of priority in the vaccination process. So if you're somebody who's a vulnerable, somebody who's an essential worker, you may find that those people will get a priority ahead of anybody else. Now, if you are unable to register online, then alternatively, you'll be able to go to a pharmacy where the pharmacist will enter the form gov.gr and will book the appointment that suits you. I've got to be honest, I think the easiest thing, if you want the vaccine, is to go to the pharmacist and speak to the pharmacist. You can actually go to your accountant, speak to your accountant. They can put you in through the tax net and get you an appointment there. But I think go and see the pharmacist, and they can do it all for you in the pharmacy, and they probably might even be able to give you the injection as well if they have the stock. All right, but that's just some foods for thought for those people who live here. Anyway, the AMCA social security number is in essence the working insurance ID of everyone or employee or a pensioner, Greek or expat, and dependent members of their family in Greece. So that's just a clarification. Your AMCA is your social security number for basically, I know we have to use it when we do our ICA or our OED transactions. But anyway, go see the pharmacist, I think, is probably the easiest option. Right, messages from TUI at the moment. CEO of TUI Germany, Marek Anderslak, emphasises that the travel remains the top priority for the Germans, and the greater the restrictions, the greater the appreciation for travel, emphasising that Greece is expected to play a leading role as all the data is showing them. Now, the CEO of TUI said on an online presentation for the programme for summer 2021, this year travel is one of the most missed activities by citizens. We see this especially in the number of searches on TUI.com, where German citizens come in looking for information about the options for next year. Mr. Anzak goes on to say that Germany's TUI expects a strong summer 2021 in terms of bookings for Greece and for Spain. Just to let you know, in demographic, believe it or not, in Greece, the big demographic for tourism is Germany. More Germans come to Greece than Brits do in the big overall demographic. However, for Zakynthos, it's not quite that way round. In Zakynthos, it is mainly more British than German. The Germans actually rank down about number 5 as nations that visit the island, although those numbers are starting to slowly go up a little bit more. So I think this year we may actually see more Germans arriving here on Zakynthos than we have in previous years. Anyway, he also went on to say that the initial trends show that Greece in particular is in great demand by German families. Crete, Rhodes and Kos are ahead in terms of popularity and offer the most extensive range of hotels. He also said TUI has a total of 4,500 hotels in its range in Greece. Now, me thinking, how many of these hotels, this 4,500, did not receive their balance of payments at the end of the last season and are having to wait till next March for their payment? And how many of those hotels will still be in a position to still be waiting for their money and either haven't decided to throw in the towel or basically have to take out loans to cover them to meet their costs? So anyway, that is still on the agenda. A lot of hotels here still not have yet been paid and have been told you won't get your money until next March. So anyway, it looks like we're going to be seeing quite a few Germans coming to Greece in the next season. Next little bit of news. It was announced yesterday in the Greek parliamentary session concerning the 2021 state budget for Greece that the Undersecretary of the Interior, Mr. Lavanos, stated that by the end of 2020, new extraordinary funding will be given to municipalities because of the impact of the pandemic it has had on their budgets, with increased spending and reduced revenues. He stated that before the end of the year, another round of emergency funding will be distributed in proportion to all the municipalities and based on the actual losses that they recorded by the Financial Independence Observatory. Anyway, the estimated amounts could be between 75 to 80 million euros. And in addition to that, regarding the regions, don't forget you've got the municipalities, then you've got the region. Zakynthos is in the Ionian region. The regions can also expect exceptional payments of around 10 million euros to obviously bolster their coffers as well. Furthermore, it was also announced that the Deputy Minister announced that the regulations for payment of up to 120 instalments of the obligations for citizens and businesses to the municipalities of the country is coming, and it will be voted on before the end of the year. And I'm thinking that this 120 instalments is something to do with payments that they are having to pay, and maybe those payments are going to be either paid or there may be a delay on those payments for people. Anyway, also, as well, one of my kind of little heroes of Greece, I didn't like him when he first appeared on the scene because I didn't really understand a lot about him. Yanis Varoufakis, yes, the former finance minister, economist, and now he's the leader of the Emira 25 party, who I voted for in the last local elections, actually. He was yesterday in the Greek parliament proposing that they establish an inquiry committee to investigate the causes of Greece's financial meltdown and bankruptcy in 2010 and its subsequent international bailouts that it had to have, which basically crippled Greece financially. Anyway, Varoufakis said in his closing statement that during the budget debate on Tuesday, the proposal is in accordance with the Constitution and the parliamentary rules of procedure for an investigation of these causes. He said, we're not interested in targeting, but recording on scientific grounds all the views concerning the actions and omissions that led to the country to bankruptcy and the memoranda. Now, I've got to be honest, I've watched lots of lectures of Varoufakis talking about when he was the finance minister and the problems that he had with the other finance ministers of the EU, and the fact that at one point he was not actually allowed into meetings by the EU when Greece was fighting its bailout. And his approach is very honest. in regards to the realities that, yes, Greece had a reputation that people didn't pay taxes. But in the same token, he did say that Greece was conned, firstly, in accepting the euro. Two, the books were cooked so Greece could get into the euro. And he said at the time, Greece was not really, in a way, ready to become a full member with the euro. But because of the Olympic Games, Greece was basically bribed into going into the euro, into full EU membership, with money being given to them, which they never expected money to be asked back for, and basically cheap credit as well. So if you ever get a chance, watch some of his lectures. I've got to be honest, if he'd have come over as charming in his lectures and the way that he spoke, rather than when he was actual finance minister, and he basically looked like he should have been working on the doors in Laguna as a bouncer rather than as a finance minister, I think he may have been able to pull off a better deal for Greece in some respects. But I think basically his hands were tied as the finance minister. There was already the agenda set, and whatever he wanted to basically try and change, basically the EU wasn't going to have it. So once again, check out Varoufakis. You can find him online on YouTube. A lot of his lecture to the Oxford Union is fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And then you understand the pressure that was going on within the Syriza government at the time. And maybe you'll never see the likes of a Syriza government again. Who was basically hard left, went into centre left, shall we say, and basically wasn't able to do what it wanted to do because of pressure from the EU. But anyway, go and check him out. He's a fascinating character. He's one person I'd love to do an interview with him as well. Anyway, I've got some good news for you. The Greek island of Santorini has been distinguished for the 7th year running as the best island in Europe and in the Global Travel and Leisure Lifestyle Awards. The annual survey awards for the best in the world's lifestyle and leisure travel awards, which was all done online for hotels, airlines and cruises. Greece came third in the best historical attractions. We came third in best historical attractions. Who was number one? I don't know. But anyway, Mykonos was also the third best island to visit and was 7th in the best beaches category. No word on Zakynthos in that. I've got to be honest, I should have really checked and see if we did figure anywhere. I don't think we did, but we should have done, at least for one of the top beaches, being Navigo Beach, which is, I know, normally on the top 10 beaches of the world of people to go and visit. Right, as you're probably aware, today is a Wednesday. Today is my broadcast day, my music broadcast. Don't forget, 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock UK time. That's 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock Greek time. Can I just say my last show, Requesting Inspiration number 18, has done reasonably well in the charts this week. But I was really pleased that my latest show has done well as well, which is my 60th year of music. The 60s episode, the part 1, that actually entered the chart yesterday, and I was really chuffed. It got into the pop chart, I think round about number 92, 93. I was really chuffed about that. I was hoping that show would chart. There was no reggae in it, so I didn't go straight in the reggae chart, but yeah. So once again, that show is online at the moment, on Mixcloud as audio, and it's also a Dropbox at the moment. It's still on my Facebook page if you want to download that show and watch it. Thank you to lovely Carol Bott yesterday, who was sending me all sorts of messages about how much she enjoyed the show, how much it gave her a certain bit of comfort as well in her time. So I was really pleased about that, Carol, and I was very moved by that as well. So again, that show is still online on the Dropbox. You can just download it. You can see the video. You can hear the music and cast it to your big telly and enjoy the music and enjoy the videos as well of the artists that appear in that show. Also as well, I've got to quickly just say hello to people. Oh, somebody's on about gunfire at the moment. Yes, it's St Dennis's. I didn't know if it's St Dennis's Day today or if it is tomorrow. Anyway, Amanda Gregory is waving at me. Emma Markou's waving at me. Amanda Gregory says, lovely this morning. It certainly is. Christopher Lloyd James is watching. Amanda Gregory's watching again. Amanda Gregory's watching. She's waving. She's waving. She said, can you see me waving to you from Flotilly? Yeah, I could just see you above the hills. Amanda, pronounce Philoliti. Is that Philoliti? Sounds like phyllo pastry. Philoliti. There you go. Kevin Bell is watching. Kelly Webb is watching. Matt Pitchard is watching. Ainsley Wallace is watching. Tracy Mitchell is watching. Tracy Mitchell says, morning from a wet Cornwall. Bless you. Hilary Rogers is watching just up the road. Hilary says, morning, Ginge. Managed to catch you this morning. Listen, trying to get online these last few days has been an absolute nightmare. Honestly, don't know what's going on. I got locked out of my Facebook account yesterday for some very macabre reason, although I did dispute it. And within a matter of about 2 hours, I was then able to get back into it. I had to write one of those memorandums off and explain what was going on. And then I said, listen, if you're taking me down, let me know you're taking me down. And then they actually said to me, re-enter your password, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, that I got back online, and then as soon as I got back online, we had a power cut. So that was the reason for yesterday's late news. Anyway, Marie Heidelberg in Sweden is watching. Lovely to have you there. Annette, oh, that is a name and a half, and it doesn't look Greek. It looks like it, Christoforivalu. It looks like it could be a Swedish or Scandinavian name. Anyway, Annette, nice to have you with us. Chippy Woods in Spain is tuning in. Thank you for that. Marie Heidelberg is saying good morning. Christine Brown is watching. Al Parks is watching from sunny Catterick. Even when it rains, it's still sunny. Tim Crystal is watching from Oxford. He says, morning, buddy. Andrew the Fridge Watkins is watching as well. Amanda Gregory says, I believe gunfire at 11 a.m. is for bringing out of the saints. Yes, not Simon Templar, but it is St. Dennis's day. He has two birthdays, believe it or two saints' days, one in the summer, which basically is good for the tourism, and he has one in the winter, which is just before Christmas. And I've got a feeling, I know it's this week, and I'm trying to remember the day. Maybe it is today. St. Dennis is coming out for a quick look at how things are going with the virus. Whether he'll be wearing a mask or not, I don't know. For those people who don't know about St. Dennis is a patron saint of Zakynthos. He's famous for, he is the patron saint of forgiveness. He was the man that... his brother was murdered by a person, and St. Dennis forgave him and actually helped the man escape from justice. So St. Dennis held in great reverence here on the island. His body is kind of intact. That's one of the miracles of St. Dennis. In the fact that they moved him to the island of Strathy, just off the coast, and then when pirates attacked, they moved his body away again, and when they sort of dug him up and brought him back, they realised he hasn't deteriorated. And so you can see St. Dennis on certain days, especially during the St. Dennis's week, where they bring him out and they lie him in state. He does an inspection around the town of Zanti and then he sort of lies in state for a few days. You can go and kiss his feet or kiss his slipper, and it's a great thing. That another little tip I'll tell you about is that if you go into the bookshop that's attached to the Cathedral of St. Dennis in town, and go up and see them in the bookshop and say, I'd like a piece of St. Dennis's slipper, they will give you little tiny slabs of silver of his slippers, because he gets a new pair every year, and they'll wrap it in a little piece of paper for you, and you can pop it inside a locket, although you have to buy the locket, and then you've got it as a memento, and they don't charge you for it. It's free. All right, but they cut it up. They cut his slippers up into tiny little bits. I gave one to my dad, and I gave to my mum as a little memento for them. And they are there to basically bring you a bit of good luck and a bit of what do you call it? I'm trying to word of intervention. Astral, ecclesiastical protection. There you go. I think that's the wording. So again, that's a little tip for you. But yeah, that's what the gunfire. When they bring him out of his little depository where he lies, there's always gunfire I remember my first time here, it was like an afternoon in Lebanon. I thought, what the hell's going on? And it was, oh, they're bringing St. Denis out. So everybody gets their guns out and starts shooting like crazy as a sign of respect. Anyway, Louise Green is also watching as well. Amanda Gregory is waving frantically at me. And Amanda Gregory says, yes, that's correct. Thank you, Amanda. John Mims is watching as well. Our Michael Jackson tribute guy is watching as well. So anyway, just remind you again, don't forget, shows going out today. Any request dedications, pop them in below in the comments. Come and join us online if you want at Mixcloud, at Twitch, at Facebook. Just remember, when the Facebook feed will get taken down, as it always does by Facebook, switch into Twitch, okay? Or move over to Mixcloud. That's a good little saying you got there, Ginge. Switch into Twitch or move over to Mixcloud. And you can see the pictures, hear the music. But don't forget, I will be uploading today's show in a Dropbox so you can download it, watch the video on your big screen and hear the music. And I'll say a quick hello to Les Hardman, who's had his 60th birthday yesterday. We were chatting for ages yesterday. I've got loads of tunes from 1988 for you on the year that you and your good lady got married. So I'm going to stick you a load of tunes from 88 in. And also, can I say a quick hello to Hannah Donnelly, who's celebrating her 21st birthday. You're in the Golden Vault, my lovely, for this week, celebrating your 21st. Hannah is one of our entertainers we had at Magdalena's. I know the lovely Danielle Rogers has put together a little surprise video for you. I hope I haven't given away the secret by now. But anyway, you're in the show this afternoon with your #1 record from the day that you were born, all right? So anyway, that's it from me. You have a great day, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Ta-ra.